The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast platform, its affiliates, or even the hosts. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. The host and guests are not liable for any errors of omission in the content, nor for any losses, injuries, or damages arising from the use of the information provided. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional advice relevant to their specific circumstances. Now,
You are now running with scissors. Let's go.
Hey.
That was mad soulful, by the way.
Mad soulful.
I sometimes I can hold a little note every now and again.
Oh, you was holding it. You had it. Oh, you got the muscles out today. Okay, Jesus.
Yep. Oh. Okay, Jesus.
You know, you got fans out there, E. So
look, man,
sun's out, guns out. I get it.
Shoot, this little bit of sun. I'm not gonna lie to you, boy. Being in the Northeastern changed my life. I was so happy it was 40 degrees today.
What?
Thank you.
Yo, I just said the same thing. It felt like a spring day today. I was like, this is amazing.
I'm like,
45 had me outside smoking. I was like, yo, this is great.
This is awesome.
I ain't never been so happy to see 30-degree weather in my life.
Yeah, man. That 1 degree is for the birds. 0 degrees is for the birds, man.
Well, you know what I don't understand?
Mm-hmm.
It says it's 12 degrees. You know, it was 8 degrees the other day, but it feels like 1 degree. Then guess what? It's 1 degree.
I was about to say,
like one. It's one.
Like for me, like who are you trying to convince? Like,
right.
You like, I'm not gonna be out there with a thermometer. Oh no, brother, this is actually what's it called? 1 degree. Nah, man, it is what it is. It's a single digit. And plus, I kind of hate everything once it starts being single. Once it gets to single digits, it's over with for me. Like, you cancel Christmas, man. I don't even.
Yeah, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do nothing.
I don't want to do a thing, bro. You already done won. Anyway. Hey, welcome to Running with Scissors, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all that.
Okay, so welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's me, Michelle, with the 1 L in the building.
I'm RG, and
I'm Ezel Moon, and I'm glad to be here. So glad to be here.
Happy to see you. We are missing one. Shout out to wherever you are. Penny.
Hopefully, you pull up on us. You know, if not, we wish for your return as always.
See you next week. Topic. What are we talking about today, guys?
Ooh, let's see.
I don't know, but Penny said that she was coming in hot, and I said if she's not here to do it, then I will.
Right?
We did everything right, so why are we still exhausted? All right. Ooh. Okay, so you know what? Just to lead into that, we're gonna talk about what that actually means or what that could look like.
Yeah, please do.
Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I did everything that I was supposed to do? Why am I still tired? Not just lazy tired, not I need a nap tired. Bone deep exhaustion.
Boy, that's so funny.
Sleep doesn't fix, the kind that shows up even when things are finally going right.
I say that to myself Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, no weekends. I say that every day.
Because there are so many of us that did everything right, but we're still carrying so much.
Yes.
I think that one of the things that was so interesting about the fact that you phrase it like that is that, like, when you said bone tired, in my mind, that's exactly what I was saying in my mind. Like, I am literally bone, like,
Yes.
like tired, and it's not even a game. And yeah, you can do anything and everything correctly, but of course, especially when it comes to, like, think about it, y'all. We literally all went to work today, did something to help someone else build their own dreams and get to their own ends. And then we decide to, all right, well, we're going to take another step forward and try to build our own dream and get to our
Right.
own things. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, of course, you're going to be tired. You're literally burning the candle from both ends. Now, imagine having to throw on another job, having to throw on being a parent, having to throw on, just being a good person and actually helping your fellow man. You're burning the candle on 5 different ends. And
Oh,
Yeah.
then
and you
listen,
forgot about your personal relationship with your significant other. That's
oof,
still
and then
another whole job within itself. So,
having a significant other is in fact its own job, but that one comes with amazing benefits. Like, well, having the right significant other comes with amazing benefits.
And it should.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
should.
it should,
Because
it
if it
should.
doesn't, that's a problem.
For sure, for sure. I wouldn't know nothing about those problems though. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, yeah, me neither right now, anyway. But you know, it's so good because you know what? We all get tired. And we're not
yeah,
even talking about just like I wanted to take a nap. Because you can take a nap and get up and still be tired.
yes, mentally.
It's mentally exhausted. Like, because a lot of us are out here surviving,
what's up?
not necessarily thriving, but surviving.
Right. We just do it better than most. But yeah,
I think that I
Do
think
we
we
do it
have
better or we make it look better?
we made it
both.
look better.
Yeah,
And
we made it look better.
we did
You know, because when the cameras are off and nobody's looking, we might be boiled up in the bed like, how you ain't do this no more?
Yeah, really.
You get to go to bed on time? Whoa. I'm
No,
still jealous. Like, yeah, right.
never.
There's a bed. Sleep.
I'm just saying.
What is that?
But you know what? A lot of that comes from that whole. We are just finally getting to a space where we're realizing that how heavy the load has actually how heavy the load has always been.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we're doing anything wrong, it's just that we're carrying a lot.
Right.
It's also kind
Sometimes
of
it sinks in. You're like, holy crap. You know, it's a holy crap moment.
Yeah, because you don't want to beat yourself up because then you start to think about, damn, what am I doing wrong that this load is so heavy? I must be doing something wrong.
I don't think that it's like that we're doing something wrong. I just truly and honestly believe that even when you choose to do right, it's going to be difficult. Like, making a decision to not be lazy is always going to have a certain level of difficulty. Making a decision to, like, push forward past anything is always going to come with a certain level of difficulty because you're choosing not to be stagnant. Like,
Yeah.
the easiest place to be in is in a place of complacency, a place of laziness. Easiest places to be in the places of just stagnation. And every time you choose, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to progress in some kind of way, shape, or form. Well, guess what? You're gonna have to deal with the level of difficulty. Like, it's one thing that I've seen a lot more of that. I mean, it's been said in different ways now, but it's basically kind of like, hey, whenever you have a problem, you got to break it down into smaller pieces and then attack each piece so that you can finally get over the thing. It's the same thing with like just building a dream out or anything else. And now that I like, the more that the further along in this life that we get, it's like, yeah, like. And even when you break it down into the smallest things, where you're like, okay, this is the step one of step one, right?
Right.
Even that is going to be some type of difficult because of the fact that you're doing something. Doing something is difficult,
Yeah. I would say it like this: doing the unknown takes more energy than doing what's familiar to you.
Facts.
whether it's positive or negative.
That's
because you don't have those benchmarks where you can say, "Oh, I did it this way, so this should work." Mm-hmm. When you're creating a new formula, it's always going to take more energy to get that done.
It does, because sometimes you got to fight fear because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Mm-hmm. So the unknown can be fearful. So you're fearful of the unknown. So it's like, if I take this step, what's going to happen? Instead of conversation with my homeboy today, he said he wants to be a flight attendant. I'm like, that. So what's stopping you? Pull the trigger. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to get out of debt. I'm like, okay, none of that makes sense to me.
Well, so, getting out of debt, if you become a flight attendant to make more money, then guess what you're going to be able to do?
Said,
get out of debt.
Go ahead and I got my resume. Everything is ready to go. I said, so pull the trigger. He was like, you know what? You're right. Pull the trigger. I was like, God. I said, they're not going to call you tomorrow. So
they could. You never know.
I mean, they could, but I mean, if they don't, you still have a job. You're still working. You're still paying your bills. So in the meantime, in between time, just keep doing what you're doing.
Right. Yeah.
Because we are so that's a perfect example of being afraid of the unknown. Like, we don't want to do things because we don't know what the outcome is going to be, because it looks scary to us.
Risk averse, in other words, right?
Risk averse. Yeah.
That's it. So we trying to do everything right? Growing up, we're told, go to school, work hard, be responsible, be grateful, heal your trauma. That's a new one, because that wasn't told to us.
That's a new one.
That's a new one.
Yeah, that's 2020. That ain't my childhood.
That's true.
That's not my childhood. That's 2020.
That was not my childhood.
I'm glad that's in there now, because that's
true. Thank you, new generation. We love y'all for that.
Yeah, for real. Appreciate y'all.
Right.
I'm broken for a long time. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because for us, it was go to school, work hard, get married, have children. That's it.
That's the American
white picket fence, the American dream.
And you know the funny part is, with us, because of our age group, they told everything they promised us, it broke as we were doing it. So we don't trust not a damn soul, because none of the promises ever worked out for us. So we still had to figure it out and piece this thing together. Yeah, I got a college education, but now I can't get a job. Yeah, I got this really sweet home, but now the mortgage rates are out of control, and I just lost the house I dreamed to have. So everything that we cared about and were told to do, it broke on us as we were doing it.
And it broke us.
Yes.
Because you know why? We weren't dealing with the amount of things is heal your trauma, break the cycles, don't complain, and don't fall behind.
Yeah, the cycle ran over me. I had to drop out of college. You know what I'm saying?
According to the things here, these are the rules. And if you follow all these rules, life will eventually soften.
Right.
That's BS, though.
Nah.
Because doing everything right doesn't mean life stops being demanding, right?
Right.
So life is, I think, when you get to the one level, there's a next level.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a next level. And there's now you can stop at the first level and don't move forward. But where does that leave you mentally and emotionally? You're always wondering, like, damn, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. Why didn't I do that?
Exactly.
Yep. That's one of the things that I always make sure I don't regret. It's never a thing that I don't try where I wake up saying, damn, why didn't I try that? Right. Because you can live with failure. You can always go for success, but not trying will keep you up at night. For sure. Keep you up at night.
Just being complacent and just accepting things you can accept things for what they are, but you don't want to look back at your life and be like, damn, I should have tried that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's the worst feeling. I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess that is a kind of a regret, but you don't want to have that. I don't live with any regrets. Yeah. I mean, everything that I've been through in my life has made me who I am today, but I also feel like there's more to life for me. Even though I'm older, I feel like I'm not stopping. But that could be where exhaustion comes from.
Are there things that we should regret in this lifetime?
It depends on the person, dog. Because I honestly can say I don't really regret much. You know, probably not finishing college is probably my biggest regret, but everything else I did, good or bad, I did that.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the person, because there are some people that live with deep regrets for decisions that they've made. Yeah. I mean, I guess for me, the only regrets that I may have if I did something to hurt someone.
Mm-hmm.
I regret that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So outside of that, I don't live with any regrets. I mean, if you're a horrible person and you just around here just doing all kind of horrible things to people, then you should be regretting just being born. So I was born.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. To the ones I hurt intentionally, I do not regret it. You deserved it. It was on purpose. It was on purpose. I did it on purpose, and you deserve it. You still deserve it. You deserve more. I hope you get it from somebody else, because you will never be able to get in contact with me ever again. You deserve it. You. Yes, you. I know you watching. You.
And if you agree with this guy, there's this website called NAMD. It's called the National Alliance of Mental Health. NAMD.org. You can just log in. You can get that fixed. I'm not sure if this can help this guy, but you can get help.
It does sound like a mental something going on breakdown just now.
Yeah.
No,
so if you sound like this guy, get you some help. It'll be cool. It's free. You can get all the resources you want. I'm just saying.
Look, I'm just gonna be honest with those y'all that are part of the audience that really know that some people deserve it. They do deserve it. Like I said, like it just is what it is. Some of y'all don't.
I wouldn't say you were wrong, but you can't be on that same energy for the rest of your life. That's all I'm saying.
No.
I say you was wrong.
I agree. Now there are people that deserve whatever they got.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
But do I want to be the person to give it to them? I feel like karma's gonna get you, and I don't have to do anything.
I don't even care about karma.
If you're the person, if you're the person that's trying to give somebody their karma, guess what's gonna happen to you for being that person?
Right.
That karma gonna come back on you. I believe in karma. I do.
I do and I don't, right? Because it's not for me to police what happens to you. Yeah.
I stopped believing in karma when I looked around.
What?
When I looked around and I was like, it's a lot of generations of people that have lived off the tears and bloodshed of other people that have not gotten their comeuppance, and they just been rocking, and they done lived full and fruitful lives and passed away, and they still be out here getting money. Like
from the outside looking in, it might look that way, and I get what you're saying though, because there are people that we see that are doing really well, but internally they are messed up.
Maybe.
Internally they would.
Y'all think that everybody that's out here just living life happy and they don't have nothing going on with them?
Not at all. No, I'm not that naive, but
not that. But what I am saying is that they're outside. I know we on the outside looking in. Outside looks absolutely amazing. And it seems as if like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should have just been a piece of shit.
Yeah, I can see that too.
You know what I mean?
I kind of don't mind having a private jet. Just saying.
You know what I mean? I want to be able to fly to Saudi Arabia whenever I feel like, and you know what I mean? Like, I mean, just be fuck it. Like, why not?
So I got my own island.
I think doing everything right was a lie that was passed down to us. That you have to do everything right in order to be successful.
I guess the better question is, what is exactly right? And I think that's where it all got twisted, because they tried to make one standard for everybody, and it did not work for anybody. So you have to define what your right is.
What I was talking about, the things that we're taught to just do to excel in life, the white picket fence, all those things that we're taught.
Well, it looks different for different households, right? Because in the household I came from, what we were told was you need to be a doctor, lawyer, or engineer, and that's that really. No one said, hey, you need to invest your money wisely. No one said, hey, you need to go get land and hold it, and you know what I'm saying. No one said you need to find different revenue streams to be able to, you know. Because no one looked at success that way, because the dream of success was sold so differently to the generation that came before us, really. So it's like, I mean, now it's like, oh, okay, well, we see it look differently in different places. And oddly enough, the people who deserve the most karma are the ones who clearly have the greatest of success. And
well, I'll say it like this, dude. We were always on the list to be now, believe me later on. Because a lot of people that told us to do this stuff never actually accomplished it themselves. And I don't think we gave them enough credibility for what they were telling us. So we started late. You know what I'm saying? In some respects.
Parents put a lot of pressure on their kids, because as a parent, you want it's always, I want my kids to do better than me.
Absolutely.
So that's an added pressure now we're putting on them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but if a child doesn't meet the expectations of their parent, do you know where that takes them emotionally and mentally? Because they're always striving to be great, because they're afraid of what their parents are going to say, or they don't want to disappoint their parents. And I think that added pressure is a lot, because it causes a child to now have to strive for this thing that they can obtain, but if they don't obtain it, then they're looked at it, I'm a failure.
They look at themselves like they're failures.
Right.
So we're imparting our fears on them, technically. Is that what you're saying?
Say again?
Well,
are we imparting their fears on them? You know, we're not telling them what to do.
I think so, sometimes, yeah.
Well, what I would say is, on the someone that was on the receiving end of all of that, I can definitely tell you that, hell, I mean, shoot, I struggle with thoughts of depression and failure to this day, because of the fact that I will never stop feeling inadequate to other people, because I grew up in a household of where the comparison game was the name of the game. And literally, comparison is in fact the thief of joy. And I'm gonna tell everybody out here now, if you're watching this down the line, don't compare your kid to another kid in front of that kid, or to that kid, or even to their siblings, because guess what? You are in fact taking away their joy. And it might cause deep-seated scars that they will have to deal with for forever, honestly. But as someone that legitimately believes that every child has the capacity to be better than who their predecessors were, I will always say that you cannot judge any of the kids based off of the whatever things in which they were doing at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I for example, I got kicked out of my first high school. I can tell you right now, I was called a failure to my face. Like, you know what I mean? I'm getting kicked out of my first high school. But I have progressed in different ways that I feel like have made it to where, like, I don't believe that anymore. But I do have that echo in the back of my head for other areas in my life. What's good?
Hey, Penny.
Yeah.
Thank you for the switch up.
What's that?
Hey. Well, thank you. Welcome to the conversation.
Welcome.
So go ahead, Giselle. You were making a really great point about, parents not putting so much on their children, because you don't know what you're doing to them mentally.
I would say hold everybody's feet to the fire, right? I deserved at that point in time to be held accountable for my actions that caused for me to be removed from first school.
Yeah, it was too much.
But what I was wild. But what I would say is that, like, I was really wild. If I tell y'all what I was doing, I was wild. But I will say this though. Of course, I deserve to be held accountable. Of course, I deserve to be reprimanded. But what I did not deserve is to be judged as if like my future was over, and to be given the thought process that I will never be better than that moment. Every single time, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, oh my God, every single time you pass that thought process onto your kid, whether it be through a terrible situation like your kid wrecked your car, your kid got into a fight, your kid, and you like reprimand them in a manner to where they believe that they will not get better than that, they will not be better than that moment. You kill your kid a little bit. Just a little bit. Like for real. Like it's not even like the mental that they have. You kill it just a little bit. Like that light that's in the light that's in their eye, like that's still there. You dim it just a bit.
That's I totally agree. He's so right.
That's my thought process.
He's so right. You want to be your child's best supporter or their first trauma?
Wow, Steve.
Yeah. Because of parents' exhaustion, they want to transfer that onto their kids. Because I'm tired. I I'm tired. I did everything I could do. And you are still acting up.
Yeah.
You still not doing the right thing. I'm tired. But that's not right. Don't do that to your children.
Not at all.
Don't be
because
surprised.
first of all, they didn't ask to be here. I'm sorry, Kenny. What did you say?
No, you're right. They ain't asked to be here.
They didn't ask
It's
to
like
be here.
these new kids, these new fearless children that the world had already told them, I run everything, the parents don't mean nothing. Oh, those kids will pull your card. It's like, well, you shouldn't have kept having sex, Ma. Like, Dad, you should have pulled out. Why? It's not my fault. You should have managed your money better. You should manage your time better. Maybe you should have seen who homie was before you let them in the house. Like, these kids now will totally pull your card. The world have told them they got rights and they are exercising them. You can't even be mad at the kids if the kids are spitting facts at all. Like,
no.
I'm tired too, Ma, because you didn't cook dinner. You know what I mean? Like, Ma, I'm tired too. We don't got no alarm clocks. Like, we're not eating healthy. I'm exhausted as well. Like, these kids are speaking to you, and it's all truth. Because if you're not handling your business and you're not taking care of home, and you're not taking care of your body, and you're not taking care of your spirit, that's why you are exhausted.
It's the truth.
I can't survive off of hot Cheetos and Mountain Dew. What are you talking about? That's preposterous.
And the thing that we as parents have to stop doing is
myself.
Giving too much. I think I might have said to our children. I don't feel like we need to be sharing as much as sometimes we share. Like, it shouldn't be a thing of telling your children that you can't do something for them because of what you've been through. And what about me? I've been through.
I would push back, right? I push back a little bit because sometimes your kids don't understand why things don't happen. So sometimes you have to like, look, dog, I didn't get no overtime check, so PS5 going.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. And I don't mean that. Yeah. As far as you can't afford to buy something for them.
I'm just saying sometimes you have to.
These is children. You don't explain nothing to your children.
You don't have to explain.
But see, that's the problem. No, that's exactly the problem.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
That's the problem. I'm totally about talking to your children and keeping it real. I'm going into the extreme of being too real and too honest. Your children should not already understand that you can't keep a stable household and that the bills are up and down, because that makes them feel insecure on a deeper level, that their basic needs are not being met because you talk too much. Those kids do not know the numbers on that check.
But I felt like if I promise them to my children and I don't produce, I owe them an explanation on why I was not able to do it. Because one thing I am about is like keeping my word. So if I say, hey, dog, I'm going to get you this, I'm going to tell you why I can get you. I'm going to make sure I take care of it.
No, I understand that, but we as adults and parents, we are loyal to ourselves and we are honest. We want to keep our word, but the truth still is you are the authority figure and you don't have to explain nothing to your job. You ain't have to explain nothing to your children, because they still will fall in line with whatever it is that you bring in and whatever that you can't do. And sometimes they're not even asking. And when truth be told, especially with these new kids, they shouldn't come to you and be like, well, why didn't you give that to me? Why did you not follow
the thing
through?
Is, I would love if I would hope that our kids would in fact do that. That way we understand that these kids have a mindset to be inquisitive. That way we understand that these kids that way we can teach them through the action of like, oh, okay, well, look, let me go ahead and explain to you why this didn't take place. Look, I couldn't buy you that PS5 because your father could not get what was necessary to get it. But I will tell you this. Because I didn't do it, how I'm gonna make amends is that by the time I have the ability to buy that PS5, I will also include a game. I'm holding myself accountable, and I'm also setting a higher standard for myself, so that I not only get that bar that was first set, but I also go above and beyond and get something else. That way, through my actions, through my explanation, you yourself will in fact will take from that, gleam off of that, and say, okay, well, you know what? If ever I'm in a situation to where I fall short of something, I not only
I can redo it.
I can redo that, but I go above and beyond it. That is what I would hope.
Especially if you made a promise to your child.
That's why you shouldn't. One, promises you can't always keep, because life does things, right? But because one thing is that if you over exercise that, right? Because I get what you're saying as far as like transparency and honesty and showing them in real time how to handle challenges, that has a thing, but you do have to pick and choose, and you should not. I learned the hard way that you do not tell your children every single thing that adults go through, because the thing is,
I'm with you on that.
Because the kids will help. The kids will hold you accountable, right? Let's say that you apologize 3 times this season. The kids remember, okay, now you can't follow through and they don't trust your word. You don't have to give them promises for everything because the kids are taking notes. So some stuff where, you know, it's important, I do understand, you know, explaining what happened, you know, and helping coaching them through it. But children are in a different immature state where they don't understand life, and they hold everything that we say and what we are doing. They take receipts, right? And now you explain to your kid, you know what I'm saying, while we at the third job, when they don't understand that management sucks, or that because we're Black, we get a disadvantage. They don't understand that, but now you're obligated to keep your word and to keep your honesty. And that's the part that as your children get older, you're instilling a bias on accident because you're trying to be honest. And that part I've learned for myself because I did it with my children. They knew way too much stuff, but very, very honest about what the situation was. But I accidentally taught them how to function in a place of void. How to function with a place of void, accept lack, and to understand fear. I thought I was being informative and being an honest parent, but I was instilling the stuff that I was literally going through in real time as a normal sense of a control that they took my word on. They were like, I seen mom do it. This is expected. Parents go through this or don't go through this. And they mimicked it in a sense. And I had to catch it towards the tail end. Like, hey, I was just kind of being honest, but I didn't know you were going to shape your life and your decision that closely from what I was doing, because they do value, especially when you're a very attentive parent, they value what it is that you're saying. But I learned for myself that I was being extra honest because the adults in my life weren't transparent. So I was doing the other extreme. They won't answer no questions. A child's to be seen and not heard. They weren't explaining themselves, and I was doing too much because my kids had way too much knowledge of adult relationships and what happened in the divorce and things of that nature. And I found out as they got older, they would start asking me questions like, well, hey, mom, can you not really tell me all the details in it, because I don't want to look at my family member different, because now I have an understanding of why we act that way. Like I know too much. They wanted to not know so much. They appreciated it, but as they got older, they were like, yeah, I kind of wish you didn't tell me that much.
Yeah,
I get it, but let's take a break and then we can expand on that a little more.
And when we come back,
WSAN Radio, the soul of America and beyond. Turn it up and feel the rhythm of the greatest old school music ever made. From Smokey Robinson and the Temptations to Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, Luther Vandross, and more. This is the music that touches your soul and moves your spirit 24/7. Listen live now at WSANradio.com and take the vibe with you everywhere. Download the WSAN Radio app today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. WSAN Radio, feel the soul.
Got me together with this 2-piece. It's the good leggings, no see-through business.
Running with Scissors. I'm RG. My brother Ezel Moon, my sister Penny Owens, and my sister Michelle with the 1L. Welcome back.
What's poppin'? So what we talking about today, y'all? We're talking about we did everything right, so why are we still exhausted? I want to talk about generational exhaustion. You know what that is? I have some stuff. I have notes.
Please and thank you.
Hearing what our parents and grandparents never got to put down. And how responsibility gets passed down as strength. Also, I don't know how many of you guys are the oldest, being the first comes with invisible labor.
Yeah.
Right, because the first is supposed to set the example for the rest of the kids. You know how much pressure that is to put on a child? Because I'm the oldest, I'm supposed to do everything right. Yeah. And that's sometimes because now the oldest has to step up because either it's a single mom and she has to work and she's coming home late, so she got to make sure dinner is ready for the younger ones. Or the oldest one, like I will say for my son, you know, he was the one that went to college and did the first one to go to college is like you put that on your child, like you did this amazing thing. Now everybody else got to follow suit. And if they fall short and they don't want to go to college, they're looked upon like, oh, what's wrong with you? You see what so-and-so did.
Yeah, I had to change that metric. I was actually the first to actually go to college, but I wasn't the oldest. But the thing is, you realize that your expectations per child is different. So, and I realized that when I went to college, because everybody was like, oh, you made it. Like, no, I ain't. I had to drop out. So what I mean by that is you have to actually meet your kids where they're at. And you can't impart your fears on them. You have to let them cook and give them the space to actually grow within their own selves.
Right.
And assist where you can.
So give them the space to be able to fail.
Yes, absolutely.
There's
because
lessons
right
there.
now, because right now you don't get the lessons if you don't have failure of some level.
Right.
And it took me a long time to realize that. You know, I was like, oh damn, this didn't work out. I'm bummed out. But I needed all those things as the building blocks for the person I am now.
Right.
And I think that's the uncomfortable truth we don't tell our kids. Like, yeah, you're going to fuck up. You're going to fail. And that's okay. We make them think like everything is game 7 of the NBA Finals with one shot left. We make everything like totally goddamn extreme. And you don't tell them that there's a tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Everything's like critical. If you feel
because a kid translates failure, that's depression for some kids.
Yeah.
I failed.
It's depression for their parents. Their parents be depressed.
See it, math. Why are you upset? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You'll be all right.
See, when
we sometimes what we call strength is just inherited responsibility.
Inherited trauma.
Inherited trauma. That ain't strength.
Especially in our community, like the stuff that we had to be strong for should have been reported. You know what I'm saying? Like, be strong, keep your face together, keep your game face on. Don't let nobody sell your weakness and stuff. Like the things that we were being strong from, we didn't have the proper name for.
Yeah,
not till now.
Yeah,
especially with mental health. Not till now.
Yeah.
We thought Mama was strong, but she was, like bipolar or, a manic depressive.
Right.
Everything.
Right. Our idea of what strength is comes from what we see, who we saw from our parents.
Right.
And I realized looking now that wasn't so strong some of the times. right before my eyes.
It's like you didn't see your parents crying, but you felt it. Like even as a child, and you don't know what to call it. You know when something's not right. You know if daddy coming home and he fussing all the time. You don't know the words of anxiety or depression. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that, but you know he's angry all the time. You know he don't want to talk about work. You see that, whether adults talk about it or not. Children are observant, and they absorb all of that. So that's one of the things too. When we're using this language, our coping mechanisms, and sometimes it's flat out denial. We're teaching them to hide the truth because sometimes we don't even know the truth. We're giving them words, and I want to say you the show a couple seasons ago where it's like we're using words that make us feel like we're coping and we're healing, and it's just like no, you actually using all that wrong. Like you need to call RG so he can throw the definition on the phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not doing it right.
It sounds good. It sounds good. Sounds
right.
good.
You broke in the mud. Like, no.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Because a lot of the things that we've dealt with growing up, you know, have translated into a lot of different things. You become the strong friend. Check on your strong friends. You don't ask for help. You're over function. You anticipate everybody's needs. A people pleaser. You turn into that. And that starts at home because you're so busy trying to please your parents and everything that you do. You're not even given an opportunity to fail because failure is not an option. That's what they're saying. Failure is not an option, right?
You feel like that, like you feel like if
you
don't
used to be in trouble all the time.
That part.
Say again, E. I ain't hear you.
I was saying that you feel like if you don't fail, you keep some level of stability in the household. You're contributing to the household by making sure you're doing your part by not failing. And all it does is just literally just create the thought process of, oh, well, to maintain my relationships, I cannot fail. All I can do is I cannot be someone that can make mistakes. I have to be the person that exceeds or does well, or keeps the other person's feelings in check, which like you said, which does lend to your people pleasing thing that you said earlier. So yeah.
And that all starts at home.
It all starts. You don't even think about that when you're growing up. You just think that either you did follow instructions or you always didn't follow instructions and you stayed in trouble. And you learn that, okay, when you fail, when you mess up, there's a consequence. And we think, okay, this is life. Let's teach the children that, okay? But it's like, how are you handling those consequences? Are you explaining it to them? Are you giving them a break? Are you being fair with the consequences? Does it match the offense? You know what I'm saying? Like all those different variables, and we don't think about that. Grace to the parents. It's the first time they were doing it too. So, but you don't know that as a child, and then you take that as an adult. You do the same thing, and you don't think that how your discipline was handled from 2 and 7 years old, that you're going to act out in real life in your 30s. Like you don't think, but you walk around as an adult like, I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, who told you that? You too big for a spanking. Why are you moving like that?
So you're pre-programmed for some of the fears you have, almost.
Absolutely. Completely. And for people to think that a lot of the who we are and the things that we do come from how we grew up, like you have to understand that.
Right.
Like it's no erasing that.
You can reevaluate it and you can reassess it. And you can change. You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Exactly. If you want to change, like if you just want to be like, all right, whatever, I'm not perfect. That's it. This is who I'm gonna be. This is who I'm gonna be. That's it.
I'm gonna stop right here. No more progress, folks. This is
that's it. That stops right here. I'm done. If I gotta do any more work, I don't want to do it.
Failure is a harsh word. Like we also teach the kids that the whole positive and negative and imperfection and never. Those aren't real. They're not real. Like those were given to us to help be controlled. It was for them to help control us. But those words do not exist for real. They really aren't. Perfect does not exist. Never is a commitment you can't even keep. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not true. And you have to go through the different things and variables so that you know how to function. Like real life experience includes failure. Like it's a good thing you can learn from. You can control how extreme your lesson is. you can do that. But it's free will. You can go left or right. You can learn this way or you can learn this way. But that's all it is. It is not failure. And we don't understand, especially how God works in it, where it's like we can think, oh, I lost that job, I failed at it, versus the fact that maybe he pulled you out of a situation that was about to crash. Like he just pulled you out and elevated you. He just put you in a new environment so that you can learn more about yourself, so that you can train a new gift, so that you can be appreciated on a whole nother level. We're so busy thinking, well, I didn't finish college. I didn't last at that job for more than a year. And it's like, homie, it's still on your resume. You still got the experience and you made it there. Look at what you did do. It was a season. You don't know when that season's supposed to end, but we beat ourselves up. We really beat ourselves up, and we teach our kids how to beat themselves up about it too. It's like it's fine. When I went to college, and I didn't stay there past that first year either. But when I went, all of my peers, a lot to you not, from all the different backgrounds that they were in, especially for the ones from other countries, they take education very serious in other countries versus what we do here in America. Mm-hmm. Every last one of them, B stand for bad. And they were very stressed about making sure they A's. Their parents were not playing. You are, either first generation, second generation, but you better represent us. You represent the culture. And A's only. And my friends were desperately upset when they had an 88, an 85. I gotta get a B.
No
I gotta
pressure.
get an A. I gotta get an A.
Oh my
I got
goodness.
a 92.
No pressure.
Oh, I gotta do more.
Listen.
At 92, you got an A, homie. What you mean? You should be celebrating. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. There was actually a guy who killed himself. He had an honor roll. He was on honor roll, but it wasn't enough, and he hung himself at school.
Wow.
I was like, I will never pressure my kids like that. Not for no education. One, the education that we know now for sure that they lying to us about, that's full of bias. It's been created. It's not even for us. And I'm gonna kill myself on the A that has nothing to do with my relationship with people, myself, or God. No, our priorities is jacked up, but it's not because we don't mean well. Our intentions are well, all of us, but all of us, the adults, our grandparents, we've been jacked up for a lot longer. That generational stuff is real. Yeah. It's real.
It is. It is. And so is burnout. And so is burnout. Burnout is real too.
Yes.
Anything in the extreme. But
you know what? Burnout is not always from doing too much. Sometimes it's from holding too much.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, good one.
Right, y'all?
Okay. I respect it. Right.
I'll take it.
Is your
it's not always from doing too much. You know what I'm saying? See, because let's ask ourselves, what does doing everything right mean to you?
Who determined right?
Yeah, like really, if it's my version of right, it's literally just it's just staying true to myself, my dreams, and the dreams of my friends, to my kindness, to my empathy, to my understanding. It's remaining vigilant under pressure, remaining positive when the depression kicks in, getting my refocusing whenever I feel like I'm off task. But it's literally just remaining true to myself. That's what my new definition of right is now. But because my previous definition of right was, I gotta make sure that I have all this. I gotta have all this money so I can send it back home to Nigeria. I gotta make sure that I get all these things to be able to take care of all these people. But it's like when the more experiences that I go through, the more I realize that my new version of right is literally just being true to my actual core, like who I really am. Like the guy who wakes up and says, "Hey, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just spend my day just helping people." That guy is what I want to make sure that I'm true to.
I respect
that. And I love that.
See,
nice.
But the definition can change all the time. So, he said, he just redefined what it meant to him because it wasn't that before. And I think we all can speak to that, because I know at some point doing everything right was meeting other people's expectations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
And putting mine below theirs.
Totally.
Yeah, because your right changes with time. I will say that. Your right definitely changes with time and situation.
You hope so.
It should. As you grow and as you evolve, it should change.
Teens to 20s, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, like for sure. Because it's like your life should be evolving. And if it's not changed, everything in life changes. The plants change. Like everything changes. And if you're not changing, that's probably the problem.
That is
it might be you. It might be you. When
ain't nobody about it is.
What does doing everything right mean to you guys? Penny?
when I felt like I was doing everything right, it was along the lines of, well, this is who I am, and that's all I can control. And this is what I think is good. This is what I think is just. And I'm going to be honest, love hard, do my best. I'm just going to try my best. So whatever it is that crossed my path, whatever it is that God just presents in front of me, this is for you. Do what you're going to do with it. Do your best with it. Be your best with that person. Be your best in that situation, or whatever the trouble is, just do your best. But when I would be still exhausted, or, like kind of, I saw that things were still imbalanced, right? If in 24 hours, 18 of those hours were dedicated to outside of my home, then inside my home was getting neglected somewhere. It was not balanced. And I learned that you have to prioritize balance. And since I was a selfless person and I want to love hard for everyone, I had to learn how to be selfish and just take care of my stuff and make sure that I was on that top of that list too, put on my own life best. And that took some time to get there, because it's like, if at the end of the day, yes, it sounds great that you're selfless and you care for everybody, but if you ain't asked for nothing, that's why you ain't have nothing. If you gave everything you got, that's why you have nothing. And it just made sense. It's like, well, you ain't asked for nothing, you ain't asked for no help, you're doing it all by yourself and you're exhausted. It's because that's exactly what you asked for. And you didn't realize that you're going to get exactly.
Congratulations, you got what you asked for, whether you want to or not.
Exactly. But I see that with the exhaustion, like with all the things that I'm juggling and balancing now, anytime I feel off, it's because I am slipping out of alignment with God. Because I am over paying attention to my responsibilities and my loyalty and my commitments, and I'm not making sure that at the beginning of the day, before I touch that phone, I better talk to God. I better say thank you at the end of the night. I better make sure I pray over my decisions and keep that discernment straight. Anytime that I'm not doing that first, in all areas, in all realms, personally, professionally, spiritually, I feel a little off. Right. Every single time, all these years. Anytime I'm off, did I start slipping in that department? Every single time. And I can think I'm doing good. I'm helping more. I'm being responsible. But be careful what you ask for. You want to focus on work, so now you got more work. You want to fix your bills and get your, like, you need more money. You want to fix your bills because it's going down. I'm not meeting it. That's your focus. Now your priority is on the money. Now, and I've definitely learned God will provide everything. For everything. So you ain't got to kill yourself to help.
I would say mine's changed over the years. I think when I was a younger person, it was pretty much be a good son, get an education, and try to start your life and make this money so I can give it back to my fam. Kind of like Ezel, but in a little bit different way. I just had this goal of like making enough money where everybody could chill, because I felt like that was the one thing we could never get back was time. And I always felt, even when I was younger, the clock was ticking, and I was just trying to see if I can get the bag before we started losing folks. Didn't quite work out. But that changed after I took on a wife and a kid. So it became less about my personal goals to bring everybody up, more about making sure these kids were raised. And that was my focus for, I would say, about 20 years, to make sure they at least had a childhood. They knew how it felt to have a dog, pick a fence, because those are all the things that were afforded to me. So I made sure at least they had that or better. But now that everyone's big, I've switched again. So now I've went back to being the kid at heart and trying to find this higher self. And I would say that's where my good is right now. It's pretty much, now that I've gotten through these things, that I've gotten these trials and all these lessons, now it's trying to figure out who the hell Royal Gaines actually is and what it's
that's right.
Yeah, because I've given most of my life to other people, but now it's time to kind of give back to myself. Because I feel like the best part of me gives the world something better. So that's where I'm at. That's my clip right now.
I love how you said that. The best part of me gives the world something better. It's one of those hard things to learn for yourself. When you think that, when you know, especially when you are focused and passionate about helping people like how we are, nothing in your mind says that you're doing anything wrong. Nothing in your mind would tell you to slow down or say no to this, because you're like, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to really do some things. I'm trying to make this mark for other people, and I'm creating a legacy in real time. So nothing tells you it's too much or it's imbalanced. But the truth is, if it's not balanced, it's not balanced.
Isn't that discernment, as people say and use loosely? That's discernment, I believe.
It is.
You know what? Discernment. Yeah. I say honesty. Because a lot of us, we give that, if we think it's positive, then we don't put it on the list of things that may be causing an obstacle. Because we just excuse it. I'm helping people. Like I don't have to stop. I'm helping people.
Yeah.
I can work 6 days a week.
I'm helping people. I'm helping people, but I'm neglecting my own needs. Yeah.
Even if you think I don't need nothing, because I hear that a lot from, especially for helpful people. I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. But the truth is, if you can still feel it in your chest that something's missing, then be honest. I might need something. Because a lot of times when we say I don't need nothing, it's because we are used to not getting what we need. We're used to not being heard. We are used to not having options. And that's some childhood stuff most times. So you have trained yourself to be humble. I don't need much. I'm going to be simple and meek. But it's like, but the Lord is telling you, you're going without things. Like I'm bringing blessings to you and you're turning it down because you're trying to be humble, because you're trying to be sweet. And it's like, I'm trying to give you more. You don't have to be, meek and without things. I'm trying to give you love. I'm trying to give you friendship. I'm trying to give you opportunities and you turned it down and you're calling yourself humble versus the fact that you are missing the blessings that God is trying to elevate with you. And we do that a lot, especially as good people and kind people who love other people. We think we're supposed to be without. And that's something else that was taught to us. We were taught these issues, even in the sake of good and righteousness. We were taught that, you don't ask for nothing. You just keep your head down, you know what I mean? And keep moving. And it's just like, no, God, he uses everybody. And you could definitely use the money. You can be praised and you can just help a lot of people. And you got to trust yourself. If I had $1 million, am I going to waste it? Some folks is. But that's where the honesty comes from, right? But if you're a good person and you had $1 million, you're going to build a community. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feed the hungry. So trust yourself with that $1 million. Don't turn it down, because that's the stuff that we do from inside in our mindsets and that trauma that we haven't dealt with.
All right.
So a lot of times that exhaustion, if you're being honest with yourself, that exhaustion is coming from something that probably still needs to be healed. There's something still there that's keeping you from that next level. Because I promise you, when you are walking in that spirit, the things that should exhaust you don't. And I know everybody here has done through so many different things, and it's just like, I know I ain't eat that good. I can't believe I'm still going on 22 hours and getting things done, where it's like, I ain't getting enough sleep for this.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, and things like that, going on full day and like realizing that you didn't eat nothing all day. Like, why are you neglecting yourself? You know what I mean? I've done that. I mean, I don't do it now, but I've done it in the past because I'm doing so much other things.
Hey, look, why he holding his head? You hungry now, ain't you?
He probably did that to
Well, y'all see me, boy.
My man, check engine light is on right now.
Check engine light is definitely on.
Because when you don't fuel your body, you are neglecting your body.
You're right.
Mr. Fit with Ezel.
Or starving with Ezel right now, though.
You know you're not good to nobody if you pass out. And especially when my allergies was high, I lived on adrenaline. I did get high from being needed. I got high from providing pleasure and feeling needs and things. And that adrenaline, I wasn't even hungry. I would just move and get things. I'm handling business. I'm helping people. I'm handling business and just keep going. And you genuinely don't be hungry. But that adrenaline, I'm surprised we ain't just burnt out all our senses for real. You know what I'm saying? You learn to function in that chaos. And you don't. But then when you come home, or once you help that last person, once you turn the business hours off, back to the pre-scheduled program, and you crash something crazy.
Yeah.
I've
been there.
You be like,
I'd be like, it'd be 9:00, and I go, what did I eat today?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wait, how is that okay? It's not.
Not at all.
You got to be intentional.
It's like, but that's when it helps with people in your circle too. That's why it helps with having good people in your circle, because they're going to be the ones that be like, Here you go, bro. Eat. You know what I'm saying? Like they already know your routine. They know you woke up with your feet on the ground running, and they're gonna make sure that you eat. They're gonna remind you to do this, to take care of yourself. But when we are by ourselves, you don't have the blessing of other people to watch you from the observant and perspective to really make sure that you take care of you. You know, you get that circle because they're gonna make sure they lift you up and they're gonna make sure that you don't crash. You don't have that when you're by yourself.
Yeah, burnout is a real thing.
About that time, folks.
We got it now, though. We got it.
Yeah.
So y'all out there making TV land, y'all make sure y'all get yours. And look,
for all y'all who didn't eat, go get something to eat.
Let it be good.
Go get something to eat right now. Because I know you didn't eat.
And what he say? Let it not be hot Cheetos and soda.
Yeah, no Mountain Dew, no Cheetos.
Yeah, don't just go eat anything either. Something that's going to be nutritional for your nutritious for your body.
And delicious.
Nutritious and delicious. That part.
Your body is your temple. Use it properly.
Thanks.
No chocolate for me, but yeah, tricks okay.
And I need everybody out there to be gentle with yourself, because you know.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Remember that the food that you eat today, it dictates the performance of you for tomorrow. We're so used to eating, and we don't understand that you're kind of eating in retrograde to fix the damage that you've already caused your body, putting stuff back in the cup. So what you eat today does dictate your energy for tomorrow.
It does.
So yeah. If you didn't eat today too, you're already in the hole for tomorrow.
You are.
Damn.
Because you gotta can you catch up? You gotta catch up. You can't really catch up. Because
you gonna sleep with an IV in your arm or something? How do you catch up?
You laughing. You laughing. This water don't
true.
like it used to. I would. Okay, I would totally. I'd be in there joint hooked up getting IVs and like mashed potatoes and meatloaf. I'd wake up good.
Mashed potatoes and meatloaf IVs is wild.
I know that violates so many laws, and I don't even know about, but I know it violated something.
It's just heinous work right there.
Like, I used to be like, too. If you could just put me on a stick and rotate me and just feed me while I'm in bed, I'd be good. I'm just saying.
But we need our rest though. Our body needs
Why do you have to rotate? That's the weird part. You like put her like rotate her like.
I ain't trying to be distracted by actually eating. You know, let somebody else do it.
Right. Drinking a glass of milk is really messy for you. I understand this now. You're rotating, fam. Am I the only one that sees this? I'm sorry. She said rotate me while I'm trying to sleep and eat.
I'm trying to keep the blood circulating. You know how you sleeping real good, but you got to wake up and change positions or something. If I'm rotating, I ain't got to do that. I can just stay asleep.
Then when they gonna put the IVs in your heels? You still need the IVs. Remember, we still got those. Like Jamie Summers, like the Bionic Woman or something like that. What the hell?
I just want to say to all the people that are out there quietly carrying so much before we end this, it is time for you to be gentle with yourself because you've been strong for too long.
Mm-hmm. Use the tools that we put back. Use the tools. There are places that will give you help. I joke about this, but I'm dead ass serious. Use the tools. If you don't have the tools, find the tools. That's what we're here for. So don't be afraid to find the help that you need to be the person you need to be.
That part.
And if you can Google Uber Eats, then you can
you could get some help, right?
Inquiring.
Uber mental health. How about that?
Even if you don't know what
Uber mental health.
Right. You can literally write that down.
Nowadays,
I'm doing everything right, but I'm still exhausted, and see what results up, right? Like, just put in the question in your mind if you don't even know where to start, and you will get some option. Like, we live in the age of technology and information. There's no reason we walk around ignorance at all.
That part.
And if you don't have Google, then you can go to our website at the library near you and get some resources and get some help.
The United Front Network.
Oh, it's up here.
People. And we will see y'all next week. Peace and love. Naughty.
You are now running with scissors.